Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to another daily market report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Tuesday, April 17th here. Sorry for the mix-up there, folks. But I just want to jump into this. We do got a few economic news releases scheduled for today, and we'll start off with the housing starts for March numbers. So back in February, we had 694,000 new home housing starts. They thought that would the forecast is going to be that it's going to increase to 703 and actually dropped down to 654. So not too good of numbers there. It looks like they're pulling back a little bit. But as we saw yesterday with the housing index, that they were forecasting, thinking that they weren't feeling as good in March as they were in February. So you can kind of see these results you can kind of see these as results. Another item to note is industrial production for March. We had 0 back in February. We think it's forecasted to go up a little bit to 0.3%, and it actually stayed at 0%. So we didn't have any industrial production for March. Still not too good right there. Not too good economic news. Capacity utilization 78.7 for February. We figured it would drop a little bit, 78.5, and it was in between there. So not as bad capacity utilization. Essentially, you're just trying to showing the numbers for the workforce, showing that they're being utilized, that they're not being too stretched out too thin, or they're not being overutilized or underutilized. And that's what this index here is, with capacity utilization. So we'll jump over to the headline news. So thinking that we don't have that great economic news release, the stock market's up. So why is that? It's kind of twofold. It has to do with mostly what's coming out of Europe. Demand for Spanish bonds jumped up today, so there's more of an appetite for investors buying their bonds today, so that showed some improvement. And another item was IMF painted a more optimistic forecast recently. They did another forecast for 2012, and they show the U.S. Showing some growth about plus 2.1%. Europe contracting maybe about 0.3%. And then globally, it's supposed to go up about 3.5%. So that's what the investors in Wall Street's looking at today, and kind of shrugging out the bad information, disappointing economic news releases that were scheduled for today. So let's go ahead and see how this is affecting the bond market. Sorry for this, folks. All right. Being a little stubborn there. All right, folks. So here's the bond market. As we see right over here, it's kind of touching on the floor here. So we're kind of touching the floor. Yesterday we were touching the ceiling. It pulled back a bit and closed down like -3 for the day yesterday. Today we are down even further a little bit, down about 6 basis points, and then we're down another 3. So we're touching the floor. So we have a little trendways here. So as we can see, we went up, and now we're looking to go down. So it'll be interesting to see where we're at. Could be in a sideways moment for a little while until some bigger news pops up. But right now, rates are a little bit worse, but not, there's not a huge difference from where we left off yesterday. So it's a little bit worse today, but not a big, really anything that makes a big, sorry, I'm having a hard time speaking today. Big adjustment there. So, you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys tomorrow being Wednesday, and you stop on by Mike's Daily Market Report and get your free daily updates.